So millions of New Yorkers could be hurt this week unless the Senate and Senate Republicans, Mitch McConnell, take action. We are facing three dangerous cliffs. Number one, unemployment insurance has expired. Over 1.7 million New Yorkers depend on unemployment insurance because they lost their jobs through no fault of their own. Second, renter and homeowner protections are gone. Hundreds of thousands could be evicted from their homes this week. And third, state and local governments from New York City to Long Island to New York State are going broke. And if they don't get help, many, many more will be laid off. So we're here today to demand that Leader McConnell stop the dithering, start negotiating, put a bill on the floor of the Senate ASAP. We Democrats passed a bill. We Democrats passed a bill 2 months ago, and yet we've got nothing from our Republican colleagues. President Trump's in one place, some Senate Republicans are in another, and some Senate Republicans are in a third. But as they're dithering, we have come to three cliffs this week: unemployment insurance, protection for renters, protection for state and local government workers. And if we do nothing, over 1 million New Yorkers could be hurt, and hurt badly. Unemployment insurance has helped unemployment insurance has prevented the recession from turning into the Great Depression. In June, $13.5 billion was pumped into New York's economy because we had pandemic unemployment insurance that helped everyone who lost a job. They could be part-time workers, they could be gig workers, they could be freelancers, they could be full-time workers, get their salaries. They did nothing wrong. Can I hold it a little better? I am holding it a little better, according to Angelo. So this is the problem we face. And every month, the amount that's pumped into the economy has gone up because, unfortunately, the number of unemployed people has increased. Because of inaction, millions of New Yorkers are on the edge of these three cliffs and could be in for a free fall unless Congress acts. The House has acted. But Leader McConnell has refused to put a bill together and put it on the floor of the Senate. We need him to act now for the sake of millions of New Yorkers and tens of millions of Americans. The pandemic risks about 1 million in New York City, 1.8 million on unemployment, 1 million who have renter protection, and over 1 million state, local, county, and government workers. And those are teachers, sanitation workers, firefighters. And the only thing that's kept us from going into free fall is what we passed already. And if it expires, if we come to those cliffs, people will be needlessly hurt. So I ask our Republican friends, get your act together. Some of them actually want to do nothing. About 10 Republicans in the Senate want to do absolutely nothing. Some want to do something. We cannot afford to wait. This is the greatest economic crisis in 75 years since the Great Depression. This is the greatest health crisis in 100 years since the Spanish flu. And our Republican friends have been dithering, twiddling their thumbs. They've got to get their act together. President Trump, who helped cause this crisis by denying it, not putting testing in place, not dealing with it like so many other countries have, and the Republican Senate have a responsibility now to step up to the plate, since they made the problem so much worse. I think I've said it all. Here are the numbers. Unemployment insurance totaled $32 billion into New York from March 1st to July 17th. 325,000 of New York City's households, many of them low income, many of them people of color, that's 1 million people, may be unable to pay the rent. and tens of thousands of government workers, bus drivers, sanitation workers, people like that. Firefighters will lose their jobs because the government has no more money. So we have to act. We have to act now. I am here today to urge Leader McConnell, put a bill on the floor, and we're ready to negotiate ASAP. Questions on this subject?
Treasury Secretary Mnuchin says it's not fair to taxpayers to pay people instead of not.
Here's what Mnuchin wants. He wants to give those who have been kicked out of their jobs through no fault of their own a 30% pay cut. We're against that.